doing and listen, because what I'm about to tell you could protect your life tonight. Not next week, tonight. Every night, millions of people over 60 lie down, close their eyes, and unknowingly put their heart under serious strain, slow their circulation, and create the exact conditions inside their blood vessels that allow dangerous clots to form silently while they sleep. And here's the part that should stop you cold. Most strokes don't happen during exercise. They don't happen at the dinner table. Research shows 72% of all strokes occur during sleep or within the first 60 minutes of waking. The most dangerous hours of your day are the hours you spend in bed. And the position your body is in during those hours, something your doctor has almost certainly never mentioned, is either protecting your cardiovascular system or slowly, silently damaging it every single night. One simple adjustment: no medication, no expensive equipment. Just a change in the direction your body faces while you sleep, and the science behind it will genuinely shock you. But I need you to understand what's happening inside your body first, because the science is what makes this impossible to ignore. And once you see it, you will never think about bedtime the same way again. I'm Dr. Sarah Ellison, and I've spent over a decade as a practicing cardiologist helping men and women over 60 protect their hearts, prevent strokes, and add real healthy years to their lives. Now let's talk about sleep, not the fluffy get 8 hours version. I want to talk about the physical mechanics of what happens to your body when you lie down. Because after 60, those mechanics matter in ways most people never consider. Your body after 60 is not the same cardiovascular machine it was 2 decades ago. And I don't say that to discourage you. I say it because it is critical information. After 60, your blood vessels lose elasticity, walls stiffen. Blood doesn't move with the same ease it once did. And here's what surprises most of my patients. Your body's production of nitric oxide, the compound that keeps arteries relaxed and blood flowing smoothly, drops by nearly half after 60. Half. Your primary vessel-relaxing mechanism working at half capacity every single night. Tighter vessels, slower blood, more resistance. And slow, sluggish blood does one dangerous thing above all others: it clots. Deep vein thrombosis occurs 3 times more frequently in adults over 60. When one of those clots breaks loose, it travels through the veins, into the heart, into the lungs, or directly into the vessels feeding the brain. That is a stroke. That is a pulmonary embolism. And it can happen without a single warning sign. Now, I want you to ask yourself honestly, do you wake up with swollen ankles? Do you feel more tired getting out of bed than when you got in? Do you have leg heaviness that takes an hour to disappear after you stand? Drop a yes in the comments right now, because those are not random signs of aging. Those are signs your circulation is being compromised during sleep, and what I'm about to show you addresses exactly why. Let me walk you through the 3 sleep positions silently damaging hearts and blood vessels every night. There's a strong chance you're sleeping in one of them right now. First, stomach sleeping, the worst offender. When you lie face down, your chest presses against the mattress. Your heart is being squeezed from the outside while pumping from the inside, working harder than it needs to for 8 straight hours. And because you can't breathe into a mattress, your head must turn to one side. That rotated position compresses the vertebral arteries, the arteries running through your cervical spine that supply blood to the back of your brain. This region controls balance, coordination, and vital neurological function. Restricted blood flow here, night after night, has been directly linked to a significantly higher risk of posterior circulation stroke. One night won't cause a stroke, but years of this on an aging vascular system, that is a compounding risk that simply isn't worth taking. Second, back sleeping, a silent killer. I know many of you sleep on your back. It feels neutral, nobody told you otherwise. But here's what's actually happening. Back sleeping causes a 67% increase in sleep apnea events in adults over 60. Every time your airway collapses during sleep, your blood oxygen drops, your blood pressure spikes, and your body floods with adrenaline to restart your breathing. Every single episode damages blood vessel walls, drives inflammation, and pushes your cardiovascular system closer to the edge. The link between sleep apnea and cardiovascular disease is one of the most established relationships in all of sleep medicine. It dramatically increases your risk of stroke, heart attack, and atrial fibrillation, itself one of the leading causes of stroke in adults over 60. If you snore, if you wake with morning headaches, if your partner says you stop breathing at night, please talk to your doctor about a sleep study. Sleep apnea is common, silent, and absolutely treatable. Third, right side sleeping, the overlooked danger. This one surprises people because right side sleeping feels harmless, but the anatomy tells a different story. Your aorta, the largest artery in your body, curves naturally to the left. Sleeping on your right side creates a mechanical bend against that curve. Think of a kink in a garden hose. Blood flow becomes less efficient. Research shows right side sleeping increases nighttime palpitations by 28% in adults over 65, not from structural heart disease, but from simple mechanical pressure that should not have been there. Your liver also sits on the right, just beneath your heart. Lying on your right side creates upward pressure on the heart, reducing how fully it fills with each beat. And your lymphatic system, responsible for clearing inflammatory waste from tissues, drains primarily on the left. Right side sleeping actively works against that drainage. Inflammatory waste accumulates. Chronic inflammation drives arterial plaque, vessel damage, and stroke risk. 3 positions, 3 mechanisms of silent compounding damage. Now that you understand what's going wrong, what comes next is going to make complete, immediate sense. Before I give you the answer, there's one more piece of science you need to hear, because it changes everything about how you think about sleep after 60. Your brain has its own private waste clearance system called the glymphatic system. It works almost exclusively while you sleep. Think of it as a cleaning crew that only comes in on the night shift, flushing toxic proteins, clearing metabolic debris, and removing the waste most strongly associated with Alzheimer's disease and cognitive decline. Here's where it connects directly to stroke prevention. The glymphatic system does not work equally in all positions. A landmark study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that side sleeping, the lateral position, is significantly more efficient for brain waste clearance than back or stomach sleeping. When you sleep on your side, your brain is actively clearing the inflammatory debris and protein buildup that over time accumulates in brain blood vessels and contributes to blockages that cause strokes. Night after night, year after year, quiet, compounding protection happening automatically while you sleep. And the direction you need to face? I think you already sense where this is going. Everything I've described, the aortic curve, the venous return, the lymphatic drainage, glymphatic clearance, the clot conditions, every single piece points in exactly the same direction. Your body has a preferred side. It has always had a preferred side. And the moment I tell you what it is, everything clicks. Sleep on your left side. That's the position. And the reason it works is written into your anatomy. On your left side, gravity works with your heart. Your aorta carries blood in the direction it naturally curves. The inferior vena cava, the large vein returning blood from your lower body to your heart, stays uncompressed. Blood flows freely, and moving blood does not clot. Pooling blood does. Left side sleeping also stimulates the vagus nerve more effectively, the master regulator of your parasympathetic nervous system, the system that calms your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and reduces inflammation overnight. Better vagal stimulation means a more stable heart rhythm, lower overnight blood pressure, and measurably less cardiovascular stress for 8 hours straight. Let me tell you about a patient I'll call Margaret. She came to me at 67 with fatigue that wouldn't lift, daily morning headaches, and the feeling of waking up more tired than when she went to bed. Her husband had noticed snoring. Her blood pressure was rising despite medication. A sleep study confirmed moderate sleep apnea, and she had slept on her back her entire life. We transitioned her to left side sleeping with a body pillow for support. Within 6 weeks, the snoring had nearly stopped. Within 3 months, her morning blood pressure readings dropped meaningfully. Within a year, Margaret told me she felt like a completely different person. No new medications, no procedures, just a change in the direction her body faced while she slept. Margaret is not the exception. She is the pattern I see every time someone makes this change consistently and correctly. And correctly is the key word, because left side sleeping alone is powerful. But what I'm about to show you multiplies every single benefit I've just described. 4 elements, each with a specific purpose. Don't skip any of them. Element 1, upper body elevation. Elevate your entire upper body 15 to 20 degrees, not just your head, your entire torso from the shoulders. Use a foam wedge pillow or bed risers under the head and legs of your bed frame. Here's why this matters so much. Your nighttime blood pressure is a better predictor of stroke risk than your daytime readings. During healthy sleep, blood pressure should drop 10 to 20%. Cardiologists call this dipping. If it doesn't drop or spikes, you're a non-dipper. Research shows non-dippers have 2.5 times the cardiovascular event risk of people who dip normally. Upper body elevation is one of the most powerful ways to restore healthy nighttime dipping. A study following over 9,000 seniors for 6 years found those sleeping with upper body elevated at 15 to 20 degrees had a 41% lower rate of hemorrhagic stroke and a 36% lower rate of ischemic stroke compared to those sleeping flat. Those numbers are not small. That is what elevation does, every night, automatically. Element 2, the knee pillow. Place a firm pillow between your knees. Without it, your top leg pulls your pelvis forward during sleep, compressing the major blood vessels through your groin and upper thigh, restricting circulation to your entire lower body for hours. The knee pillow keeps your hips stacked, pelvis neutral, and vessels open all night. Element 3, head pillow height. Your head pillow must keep your spine in a straight, neutral line from neck to tailbone. On your side, you need a medium to firm pillow that fills the gap between your shoulder and head, thick enough that your neck doesn't drop, not so thick it's pushed upward and compressed. The test is simple. Lie on your side, straight line, neck to tailbone. That's the correct height. Flat, and your neck strains. Too high, and you'll wake with headaches and brain fog that your doctor may attribute to something else entirely. Element 4, pre-sleep leg elevation. This is the piece almost nobody talks about, and it's the one that ties everything together. Throughout the day, blood and fluid pool in your lower legs and feet. By bedtime, your legs carry a fluid burden your cardiovascular system must manage all night. When you lie down, that pooled blood rushes toward the heart at once. Your kidneys respond by producing urine, which is why so many people over 60 wake up 2 or 3 times each night to use the bathroom. In many cases, that is not a bladder problem. It is a fluid redistribution problem resolving at 2 in the morning. The fix: 15 minutes before bed, lie on your back with legs elevated above heart level. Feet on the sofa arm, feet up the wall, any version works. Gravity drains pooled venous blood back your heart and kidneys before sleep, so your body doesn't have to manage it in the middle of the night. Research shows this reduces overnight venous pooling by 44% and measurably decreases clotting factors in the blood. When you combine all 4 elements, left side sleeping, upper body elevation, proper pillow alignment, and pre-sleep leg drainage, your heart works less, your vessels stay open, your blood keeps moving, and the conditions that build silently toward strokes and clots are dismantled every single night while you sleep. Before your action plan, 3 mistakes I see repeatedly that destroy results, even when people are doing almost everything else right. Mistake 1, elevating only your head. Stacking pillows behind your head while your torso stays flat is not elevation. It's neck compression. Your heart stays level. The pressure gradient you need never forms, and the unnatural neck angle can actually reduce circulation and cause the exact morning headaches you're trying to prevent. Your entire torso must be elevated from below the shoulders. Mistake 2, using soft, regular pillows for elevation. Soft pillows compress during the night. You start elevated and wake up flat, with broken sleep and zero benefit. Because it felt like you tried, you stop looking for the real solution. A foam wedge or bed risers hold their position all night, every night. Mistake 3, changing everything at once. Decades-old sleep habits need gradual replacement, or your body resists and you abandon everything within a week. Add one element every 2 to 3 nights. Start with the side position and knee pillow. Add pre-sleep leg elevation a few nights later. Layer in the wedge when it arrives. By 2 weeks, every element feels natural, and your body is getting 8 hours of cardiovascular support instead of 8 hours of unnecessary strain. Here's exactly what to do, starting tonight. Tonight, 3 things only. Sleep on your left side, pillow between your knees, 15 minutes of legs elevated above heart level before bed. This week, order a foam wedge pillow or bed risers, $40 to $70. Less than one specialist copay. Works every night for years. Once your equipment arrives, complete the full setup. Left side, 15 to 20 degrees elevation, knee pillow, neutral spine head pillow, pre-sleep leg drainage every night. Give this 30 days. Come back to this video and tell me in the comments what changed. Your morning energy, your ankle swelling, your bathroom trips, your clarity when you wake. I will read every single one. One important note. If your own cardiologist has given you specific sleep position guidance, particularly if you have heart failure or another diagnosed cardiac condition, follow your doctor's advice for your specific situation. Use what I've shared today as a conversation starter. Walk in and say, I want to talk about left side sleeping and upper body elevation for my heart health. Is this right for me? That is you advocating for yourself, and that is powerful. Now, let me say something I mean completely. Your heart has not given up on you. Right now, it is working with everything it has to keep you here, to carry you through today, tomorrow, and every day after that. All it needs are the right conditions. You can build new habits, not because it's easy, but because spending another night in a position that quietly strains your heart and feeds the conditions for stroke and clots is no longer acceptable, not now that you know. The position you sleep in tonight will either support your cardiovascular system or stress it. That choice has always been yours. You just didn't have the information to make it consciously. Now you do, starting tonight. If this video gave you something real, something your doctor hasn't told you, please give it a thumbs up. And think of one person in your life over 60 who needs to hear this. One click could put information in front of them that changes their health in ways nothing else has. Subscribe and hit the bell. I put out videos every single week. Real, practical, evidence-based information for life after 60. I'm Dr. Sarah Ellison, and I'll see you in the next video.